and west. Without Mount Reggie, Nikolai, Sergeant, yes, it's RLF.
Did we lose him already?
No, we're here, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After the clap happened, he looked at me, and I was just like, I gave him a, hello. Like,
If you're doing a visual bit,
I gave him one of these.
Sorry, tell us
tongue
again
out.
what you were like.
I gave him one of the, I gave him one of these.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Respect it.
RLF, the only podcast where visual bits don't work on multiple levels.
It's an
Yeah,
it's an
true.
inside
It doesn't even
physical
work for-
joke.
Yes. It's inside the inside.
Ooh, double
Yeah,
intestines.
what do you think an RLF, like, inside baseball RLF would be like? Like
Every
behind
episode?
the scenes.
I think people would be like sorely disappointed. They're like, oh, they're exactly like us. In
Yeah,
every
yeah.
way. They just live.
They're not
live here.
gods.
They're not.
I don't think anybody thinks of us as gods.
There's,
Maybe you,
well,
Al,
probably,
but-
I'm sure there's one kid.
There's
got,
a few
like-
people out there.
Just
big
one
fans.
kid though.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
you. I mean, of any, like, for us, they're
No,
just
no,
like,
no,
I
all
love
of
that
us.
show.
Send your ritual sacrifices to P.O. Box.
Yeah, they've got like a
yeah,
little
that's true.
Mount Rushmore paper mache in their closet of us.
Like a shrine, like Helga.
Yeah.
Helga Pataki.
You know, it'd be really funny if I didn't make the top 4 that had taters on there.
Oh, that'd be messed up.
Man,
Messed up.
what a garbage shrine that would
Ooh,
be.
that's like Lutheran
me.
and the other one,
what?
Roman Catholic, Roman candles,
I don't understand.
like taters and Nikolai, Lutheran and candles.
Lutheran.
Oh, different sects.
Yeah,
of
different
religion.
sects of the RLF
Yeah.
religions.
Yes. Oh well. No. The original sections of the RLF religion would have been divided. 2 beers, Sage.
Yeah, he's just down
No,
with
two beers
both
already?
hands. What a madman.
This is my second one, but the first crack was Al over here.
Yeah, that's my back.
Oh,
It's been a tough day.
But this is yes
God.
too
That's
so
at the
far.
circus.
no. Anyway, I was gonna say the 2 different factions were between yourself, Sage, and Reggie.
Between ourselves, yeah.
Yourself and
It was
Reggie.
between you and Reggie.
Oh. Well, Seich had the Saichi Boy Army. I guess that wasn't really
Yeah.
religion, though.
No.
Oh, you had a religion for a while.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I don't like to get into that though. That shit got way too crazy. People out. Just drinking.
Taters had the tater tots.
Yep.
Fucking weak ass group.
The Tater Army. Hey, no trash talking.
See, yeah, I wasn't even me that time.
We love all forms of all sections of RLFers.
Oh, you know what? We
Yeah.
would have like a secret hidden member. Like we did a pilot test, and like we got rid of them.
That sounds like kidnapping, bud.
No,
No, like there was another friend, and then he was in the one episode, and it wasn't working
yeah, like
out.
like when the Beatles had a
yes.
different member.
Oh,
or
yes,
something.
yes. We've
So
had
you-
we've had plenty of guest spots.
Jack, Captain Apathy, Sir Bislow.
Jesus,
Dirty Jack Fallon, Beatty. We've
Marcolina,
had quite a few. Marcolina. Yeah, we've had a
Ugh.
couple of good guests in the past.
Tommy
All
Gunn.
RLFers.
Tommy Gunn,
Big
Tommy
Slick.
Gunn, yeah. Big City Slicker.
Yeah,
that talking
Killer
giant
Mike.
penis.
Bobby Fernandez.
Ooh, he brought chips.
Yeah, that was the best.
I did not like Gigantic Dick. He was such a rude.
Well, every time he
asshole.
laughed,
So messy.
oh,
He's such a large penis.
He came in with a cold, sneezing everywhere.
oh,
Your balls were grotesque.
we don't have to bring up ejaculation that quick.
too late.
Hey, I didn't say it. I just said he was sneezing.
Yeah, he had a cold.
We know
Part of the problem when it's premature, Matt.
It's always been my problem. No, it hasn't.
Not getting laid.
Did you say not getting laid?
Oh, walk off the podcast, Matt. Walk off.
It's hard out here for a pimp. It's even harder for a fat kid with no game.
Put on the coat. Put on the hat. Someone will believe you.
Let's do that strut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, but Pimps don't have sex with the women.
You don't know.
If they want, they probably
Oh, they're
sleep with their
celibate
bottom.
like priests or something?
No, it's
That bottom beat. They celebrate like priests. Well, you know what it is? They all abide by the Scarface's "Don't get high on your own supply."
exactly.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can't knock the bottom out on some girl and then have her go try and get her bottom knocked out.
Yeah, because then you'd have to find all these bottoms.
Where'd I put all my bottoms?
I have bottoms scattered everywhere.
Fat bottom girls.
They make the world go round.
The rockin' world go round. Yeah. Well, welcome to RLF, everyone.
Yeah.
RLF.
I know that Al usually says that, and I'm going to jump in for a second because I'm going to take us in a bit of a different direction.
Time to get
Don't
real.
do it.
It's going to get real just for a second because I can't not talk about it.
Okay.
Don't worry, and if you want to skip ahead 2 or 3 minutes, go right ahead.
20 minutes
this is
later,
not-
they skip ahead.
No, I just really feel like it's kind of impossible, and I feel like it'd be, I don't know. We do have kind of a platform here. Although it's a small one, it's a platform. And I feel like it'd be irresponsible not to just clearly state how I think we all feel when it comes to matters of race and racism. What I want to say first and foremost is that when I watch the protests, when I watch riots and looting, and more importantly, when I watch what started everything, when you watch the video of a man dying at the hands of 4 other men, and I want to say it that way because I think one of the biggest problems that's happening right now is that people are feeling like you have to pick sides, like you have to be pro-cop or pro-Black Lives Matter. And I think that is completely losing the message. I don't care how you feel about what's going on. But what I do care about, and what message I do want to get across, is that every single one of those people should be going home safely tonight. Cops and protesters alike. And it's a fucking shame that anyone's not. I know that there's a lot of different varying factors, and I know that a lot of people have opinions. Racism is fucking ugly. And it's a problem. And I know that a lot of people want to deny that problem. That sucks. But it's a real fucking thing. And a story that I don't think I've ever actually told my friends is when I was in middle school. It was 6th grade, and Sight had just moved. And I was fucking crushed. That was one of the worst summers of my entire life. I remember I wasn't actually able to sleep in my own bed for the majority of the summer. I spent it on the couch. And most nights I wasn't able to fall asleep because I was just so sad. And I got lucky. I made another group of friends as soon as middle school started. And it was awesome. They lived around the block from me, a different block, not the one Seich lived on. And they were different. They were my age. They were a little bit tougher. I always jokingly like to say they're the tough boys, especially to everybody else who's familiar with them. There were people that we went to high school with, and we went to elementary school with as well. And the reason why I'm bringing this story up is because the reason why I'm not doing a podcast with them, because when they found out I was Puerto Rican, one of them felt it necessary to let me know that his father let him know that he was not supposed to associate with Puerto Ricans.
Oh.
The Puerto Ricans are bad people. And that never went away from me. I don't have a lot of stories like that. And I was physically fine. I went home that day. I got to eat dinner. I got to talk to my mom and my dad and my sister. And I've lived a really happy life. But there are millions and millions of people who have little and big stories. White, black, yellow, does not matter your race. Racism is a fucking problem. And it's a problem, period. And I just hope that when things do start to calm down, that this fire burning in our bellies is used to make this a better place. That we use this time and this moment to learn instead of just fucking yelling at each other some more. 'Cause I'm goddamn tired of that. So I'm pro-cop and I'm pro-Black Lives Matter. And if you think that that can't happen, go fuck yourself. Now let's try and make each other laugh.
Nice.
Well said.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Don't take my shit.
Yeah.
I say yeah, dude.
Yes, sir.
That's too formal. I don't like it.
Also, get out of here with these weak ass riots. Come back when it's a full revolution, or don't come back at all.
Eat the rich.
Yeah,
Eat the rich. Eat the rich.
Don't burn Target. Burn the White House, bitches. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, I like Target. Burn Walmart.
Target do to you.
Burn Walmart, if anything.
Walmart.
Fuck Walmart. I don't like that.
That's my only opinion on it. Is if we're gonna do this thing, let's go full bore.
Yeah? You want a full revolution?
Let's just fucking yeah. That's the thing that always gets me is the people who are like, they're not doing anything, burning down their own Targets and their own Walmarts. I was like, that was America's tea we threw in the water, motherfucker. Like, we had that, we owned that shit, and we threw it in the water. Because guess what? Fuck
gross.
you.
Oh.
Tea.
that
I
is
want
one
coffee.
thing.
Right?
That is one aspect of this conversation and the conversation of protest that always feels so fucking crazy to me. The American Revolution was the biggest protest in the history of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's so disappointing about America when we're against each other? Because we're not good teammates. But when we are a good team, America changes the goddamn world.
Used
No.
to.
No, we do. The American Revolution launched hundreds of revolutions throughout this world. It overthrew the idea of power and how it should be structured. We'd all be speaking German or Chinese if it wasn't for America helping out the Allied forces. So when we get our shit together,
It's Japanese.
when we get our shit together,
Wouldn't mind learning
we're a
Japanese.
goddamn powerhouse.
I
I
agree
will
to
always
disagree.
believe. I will always believe that.
I believe
in
that.
America, and I believe in the American spirit more than anything else in the world. And when
that
I
was
think
a
of
different
it,
class of people.
I'm sorry.
I think that was a different class of people.
And I think that way of thinking is why people are so quick to say that.
Yeah,
I
Matt.
think accepting the idea that the past was better is why the future can't be better. Well, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck you,
I believe
Matt.
the future can be better.
We agree to disagree then.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with
Yeah.
that. I just, me personally, like, no, I'm sorry. Back in the day, people would spend 2 to 3 weeks drafting declarations. They would read treatises. They would, go to school and educate themselves.
I still do all that.
Nowadays, 90% of the revolution happens on Facebook and Instagram. They delete Facebook and Instagram. You're not an activist anymore.
Yeah.
You're just some loudmouth with some words on paper.
Dude,
Honestly,
Dude, I wrote a declaration 3 weeks ago, all right?
you
Get
did
off my
not.
balls.
I'm fairly certain you can't write.
What would
Well,
Seitz's what would Seitz's declaration be for? Like
Tits
I
are
hereby
Declaration
Beer
of whatever,
is
man.
great.
Relaxing.
Leave me alone.
I declare I hereby declare
I do declare.
Caps should be
I do
always on
declare.
sale.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal,
Yeah.
except for Seich. He's a little bit better.
Would everyone
No,
sign
when you
yeah,
put-
dude?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Well, I guess
I
they
would-
would sign their name under yeah, dude. It'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, dude.
Oh,
then-
and yeah, dude, we trust. There we
Yeah.
go.
Ooh, man.
Oh, I like that. I
Man,
like
that's
that
going to be
a
on my money.
lot. I like that.
in dude we yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Yadius dudius.
Well,
Okay, no more politics. Let's try and have some fun. You guys keep saying yeah, dude, and
yeah, dude.
that makes me pretty excited because
Oh, he's got a boner
apparently
now.
you've got a surprise for us this week.
I do.
A yeah,
I-
dude related
Site's gonna
surprise.
Send a picture.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to send it. I'm going to send you guys a picture after I explain this. So I came across this article, and it like the headline thing or whatever was like something like Futurama, how Futurama is technically part of the DC comic universe. I was like,
What?
I was like, wait a minute, let me see what this is about.
Because it was Bongo, printed by Bongo Comics, I believe.
In
maybe Oni
what is
Press?
it? What is it? I have it all.
He's got notes.
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
Okay.
Took notes?
Well, not really. In
You know the world is burning.
yeah.
So I just like, I've got everything detailed. Flip. Oh, no.
In Action Comics number 863 back in 2008.
Okay. Yep.
Zoidberg is in the background, like he's in the like one of the panels. It has no dialogue or anything.
He's just there.
It's just Zoidberg just there, and it like there's no way that it is not Zoidberg.
It literally. Oh, I love when comic book artists do that shit.
It was what is it? I think it was Jeff Johns.
Yeah.
All the way to the.
Okay.
I mean, you'll see it. Like you'll fucking see it.
Yeah. I have Deadpool versus Spider-Man 12 because the opening panel is Q from Impractical Jokers and Tell 'em Steve
Really?
Dave.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
great.
Yep. I've actually got like 3 copies of that because if I ever meet him, I want him to sign it. And then last year or 2 years ago, I believe it was Mitch Gerardis. I'm probably saying that incorrectly, but in an issue of Batman, I think it might be 17 or 18 on Tom King's run. He's a huge Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan, and he I'm currently looking at the picture. Oh, that's Zoidberg.
Yeah, right.
That's
100%.
gotta be
100%.
Zoidberg.
It's 100%.
It's a thin Zoidberg.
The only way they could have definitely made that more Zoidberg is if they'd given him a speech bubble with the words woo 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 woo.
Yeah, like he's got the lab coat, the sandals. Like,
Yeah.
it's 100% Zoidberg.
Oh yeah, look at those sandals. Damn.
Yeah, that's absolutely Zoidberg.
But yeah, they're
what I was
like,
saying-
there's a
no,
nice little nod to Futurama in there.
So
I'm like,
that's really cool.
this takes place in you said Avengers.
I think it's like the year 3000 or some shit. Like Superman travels to the future. So they were like, oh, and this is like,
Oh my
like
God.
it was like the cops are getting all like the aliens
Gotcha.
together, and Superman shows up, I guess, or whatever, and Zoidberg's one of the aliens.
Wow,
Nice.
that's so cool.
Yeah, dude.
So what I was saying before is that during the war, there wasn't issue 17, but during Tom King's run on Batman, he had a story arc called the War of Jokes and Riddles. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. But at one point, they I might be remembering the wrong issue. Does not fucking matter. He's a huge fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The Joker and the Riddler were set up like the detectives. He drew the entire, like, one page was all of the, like, their desk. It's like Jake's desk.
Like
at
the
one
bullpen
Okay.
or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, it's the bull. Thank you very much. It's the bullpen from Brooklyn Nine-Nine as the police
Oh,
station's bullpen
that's
in
awesome.
the
That's
comic.
pretty funny.
That's pretty cool.
Ramirez.
Thank
Ramirez.
I don't know what it is,
Mhm.
but I am always excited about crossover
I
stuff.
love it. You know what it is? It's the nerd. It's the nerd in you being like, "Oh my god, I love that thing, and I love this thing," and now
What if they work
hang out.
together?
Oh god! like what? Like New Girl and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They
They
did.
switched.
Yes, when they had a crossover, that was great.
Cougar Town and Scrubs.
That was less great.
It's beautiful.
But Cougar
It
Town
was
was a
there.
show.
Cougar
It
Town.
happened.
The View and Stargate.
Yeah. Who can forget that?
Yeah.
It won some awards, I
Oh,
think.
the
Whoopi went
Star
through.
View.
Yeah, when Richard Dean Anderson showed up and punched Whoopi in the face.
No!
And she was like, "Bitch."
Richard
And
Dean
then she
Anderson wouldn't
punched
do
him in the
that.
face. But then they became friends because in the comics, when heroes meet, they have to fight first, but then they become
True.
friends.
Except in the case of one of my favorite crossovers was when Captain America met Batman.
Oh, I genuinely never read that.
Oh,
I know
man.
it happened. I know it's happened.
Captain
it
America
like the
and
90s?
Batman like square off in the this happened in the 90s. I forget which series it was, but Captain America and Batman square off and basically just stare each other down for 5 minutes
Yeah.
before they both go, we would fight forever and we don't know who would win. So can we just avoid that? You're literally wearing the United States flag on your shield.
I would have no reason to throw you a punch in your face.
Yeah, like, can we just skip past
Yeah.
the part where we're both tough guys?
The world's greatest detective couldn't figure out that he isn't the bad guy.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Listen, well, and Captain America does represent America, so he's got to punch him in the mush first type of attitude.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
which
true.
is on brand, you know.
And
that's-
Batman is a vigilante.
Absolutely.
That's true.
So is Captain America.
Yeah. Well, no, it's I don't know.
He's a government-created vigilante.
Well, cops aren't vigilantes, so he wouldn't be a vigilante. Not that Captain America's a cop, but if he's hired by the government or being used by the government, it wouldn't be vigilante.
Yeah, I'd say he's
That's
closer to a cop than a vigilante.
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, he's closer to law enforcement.
Yeah.
God, Superman's more of a vigilante than Captain America.
Superman's
Yeah.
a fucking bitch.
Alien.
Oh.
Wow. Nikolai's like, racism is wrong, but alienism? Fuck the aliens.
I said I'm for humans. Fuck everything else.
Krypton is stupid.
You clearly you weren't listening, Matt. The whole thing was about humankind.
Oh, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Oh, I go down because of green rocks from my planet.
Oh, at least my planet's still here.
Dirty alien,
Oh,
bitch.
how's your family, Superman nerd?
Yeah. Eat that shit, nerd.
Could you imagine
Look, that
bullying
white dog shit.
Superman?
I can imagine him taking out my spine.
No, you just got like a little bit of kryptonite, but you don't use it to kill him. You just use it to make him weak and frail. So you can give him swirlies.
You just bully Superman.
All right, I'm done.
Look at you, super bitch.
Yeah.
I want to write that story arc.
Oh, it's so
Oh.
Lex Luthor has given up his desire for world domination or forever ridding the world of Superman. Instead, he will settle for swirlying him.
DC's new reboot, the high school years, is really weird. Wonder Woman's captain of the cheerleading squad. Flash is on the track team. Oh, man.
Wow, that's pretty good. So Zoidberg is in Spooperman. Now, that's not the only thing you said that you brought to the table today, Seich.
That's true. Last
you
week we
fucking
heard
nerd.
from Caleb.
Caleb.
Um,
Man Caleb.
and Caleb's put his he got a tattoo on his knee,
Oh shit!
Oh, he's got a two-tat?
a two tat of yeah dude.
Yadin Duden?
Yeah,
No way.
dude,
Yeah.
No way. Like, wait, is this actually genuinely gonna pay off?
We said Pixar
It-
didn't happen.
It's
And
yeah,
it
it's
looks
yeah,
like-
dude.
I mean, it's on,
On his knee.
It's definitely on his leg.
It looks like, and it's like a legitimate tattoo. That's Sharpie.
I'm
That
like,
looks,
yeah, I'm like,
that looks like it looks like Sharpie, my dude.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know if that's a tattoo.
I looked at that for 1 second.
I don't know. It could be burned in there.
I love the idea.
Burned?
Don't
Yeah,
know.
that's how you do
Don't
tattoos,
that.
right?
Don't do
Burned
that.
in
And it'd be
there.
branding, if anything.
Unless he got it, like, unless he like,
It looks like Sharpie to me.
I mean,
But
it's,
that is
it
How
could-
how fresh did he say it was?
yeah, because if it's fresh, then there's no way that's a tattoo. But if he got it a little while ago, then I could see his.
Yeah, because there's no redness or discoloration.
Because if his because I'm like, if his friend just had like a tat, he's like, hey, I got a tattoo gun. Let me try this out, and he just did it.
Like there's a little like dick coming off the uppercase D.
it's kind
don't
of on
see no
brand for the
dick.
person who says it.
At the top of the D, there's a little, like, boop coming out towards the U. You don't see that?
Nah.
I don't know, dude. I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he did this.
And I've always been a person that says that the thought counts. Because I've had girlfriends in the past who gave shitty gifts. So... No, that's awesome. If it is real tattoo, man, good on you.
Let us know,
yeah,
Caleb.
dude.
Were you lying?
I hope that...
Man, these comments on this. Yeah, dude, I was lying.
Yeah, I was lying.
I hope that yeah, dude is our Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, dude.
Well, thank you for at least sending a picture, Caleb.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, good on
It
you.
means whatever about whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, dude.
Give him a little yeah, dude.
For
They'll
the
go
rest of
away.
his days.
It's just the perfect response to things. Like, if you don't really hear what they're saying, oh, yeah, dude.
Hey, man, you racist?
Nah, dude. I heard you. You screamed it right next to me.
Hey, man, you
He
racist?
passed the test.
What do you think about Superman?
I think you should go back to the planet where he came from.
Get back to Krypton.
Go back,
Oh,
go back to Krypton.
Go back to those rocks.
I'm Clark Kent. Nobody cares.
Pick a better name, nerd.
I tried to make love to my wife and she died.
Oh my god.
I humped her to death.
That was the darkest DC timeline.
God.
That was the college years.
Ooh.
First time Superman had sex.
Ooh, many a cheerleader.
Time Superman shot through Lois Lane.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
That's still one of my
Death by
favorite.
alien sperm.
That's one of my favorite arguments in movies. In Mallrats, when they're talking about how Clark Kent couldn't have sex with Lois Lane.
But then they
Yeah,
said
yeah.
some stupid shit like kryptonite condom.
But he couldn't wear that. It'd kill him.
Could've
It would
himself.
fucking
Yeah.
kill him.
Well, you put a little
there's
tiny
literally
bit.
the
He said
dialogue.
that. He was like,
said that?
he couldn't
Yeah,
wear
it's
it.
the
But he
Oh,
died.
god.
Small amount of
Yeah.
arsenic on
Never
your
mind.
wiener, you're fine.
Nope, arsenic's not a thing for Superman.
I've tried it.
Also, you'd what?
Suck my arse a dick. That just sounds like a Scottish man
Arse a dick.
saying, suck my arse and dick.
Yes, that's what it did say.
You want to go down to the old arson dick?
Hey, suck my arson dick. In that order. Ew.
Oh, God.
I'm dead. Oh, I died. I have the vid.
No, that's not funny.
No, you don't
Funny
sneeze
at all.
from it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you do.
I'm sure people sneeze from it.
No,
Absolutely.
no,
It's
that's
kinda like
that's
big
the one
problem.
thing they don't do. It's weird. They just don't sneeze.
No, it's because I'm a 30-year-old and I have fucking more hair on my nose than I do in my face right now.
Ooh.
Dude,
Holy
I got this
shit.
thing.
I gotta get a new
It's
one.
I got this buzzer kit thing like a little while ago, and it came with like a nose trimmer. It's
Yeah.
just-
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It's
just put a drill up your fucking nostril.
Yo,
Dude, I use mine.
I turned it on.
great.
I turned it on, and I was like, "There's no way I'm fucking doing this. Are you kidding me?" And then I tried it. I was like, "It isn't so bad. It's pretty nice."
Yep. I use mine all the time.
Yeah, I use it all the time.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about age 30, but it is. I think in the male body that the moment your hormones turn 30, much like 11, 12, or 13, you know, your dick turns on for real. I think 30, your hair glands turn on for real.
Yeah, dude.
Because my like I've got hair on my shoulders now.
Uh-huh.
That's super fun. I have tattoos on each shoulder, and the lion on my right shoulder now has a goatee. That's great.
Oh, you could like shave it so it's just on the tiger.
It's just a real wispy goatee, and it's a lion because I'm a Leo
Not a
motherfucker.
tiger. He's not.
So this
he's
cheetah.
not Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
His name isn't Nikolai Del Tigre.
I was like, "Where's he going with it?"
Del Tigre.
Del Tigre.
Although that is pretty great.
That is going to be my alias.
Who's the
It
new
used to
guy
be
in
Sean
town?
Moran.
Next time you take a trip
Are
to
you
Puerto Rico,
Russian or Spanish royalty? Like, just tell me right now.
Both.
Oh.
Just don't look at my clothing or jewelry because I don't have any jewelry on and my clothes suck.
You're undercover.
So you won't believe that I'm wealthy.
Yeah.
That was a loud fucking firework.
There's always fireworks going on.
Oh,
It's
wait,
crazy.
Yeah, you're very far away.
everyone's on lockdown.
I don't know. Sound travels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're on curfew, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
8,
dude.
8
You know what
p.m.
kinda-
We're not supposed. We're
8
outside
p.m.
right
to
now.
8 p.m. to 5 a.m. I had to get a note from my job saying that I could go to work. Could I walk?
Yeah.
Although he
Yeah.
does walk by cops and they don't care though.
Yeah, I walked by today. I didn't have a note, and they were like, they didn't say anything.
Yeah. One guy trudging to work is not.
Yeah.
That's not who
protest.
they're concerned.
That's not a protest. That
Yeah.
is, got looters and.
That-
I don't know.
That's why, like, I was like, I
to
don't. I-
trudge.
I'm like, do I really need this note?
What's under that hat?
I'm like, well, a gun and drugs.
Oh,
I didn't think you'd ask me that.
sorry.
Now you got me thinking of A Knight's Tale.
Oh, to
Trudging.
trudge.
To trudge.
I love that.
Slow, aimless walk of a man with nothing left to lose.
Why would you think of that garbage movie?
How
It's
dare
a
you.
fucking great movie, Sage.
What is the matter with you?
I actually do like that movie. Like, I was like,
You should.
Of course you do. Everybody likes that movie.
It's an excellent film. I like to
Modern day soundtrack in a medieval fantasy setting.
I want to redub Spartacus with like just all '80s classics.
oh man.
What do you mean?
God.
Yeah, if
Like
they were
the
in the
show Spartacus, Blood and Sand.
If they were in
take
the
out
arena-
the current soundtrack.
if Spartacus was bringing the rain and like Motley Crue was playing or something like
Yes.
that would be so sick.
I used to see Spartacus in was it no, not Gannicus, the second season.
Gatsby.
Who's the
Crixus.
who's the Crixus, yes.
Crixus.
You see Spartacus and Crixus coming out to fight the Thaddeus guy, the unbeatable guy from the first season.
The champion
And just
Capua.
right before they start walking out, dun 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 dun.
Let
Man.
me tell you all the story about the Joker and the thief in the night.
Oh, that's a different song.
I do love that song though.
It's a great song, but that would be a great transition actually to go from Deep Purple to that.
Well,
This is Deep Purple, right?
yeah, Smoke on the Water.
No.
Yeah.
Fire in the sky. Yeah. I mean, maybe, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's Deep Purple,
Yeah.
and then after he fucking goes down, they think they won. Music changes.
Yep. Yeah. Well, if you haven't seen Sporadicus Blood and Sand, this joke has fallen dead flat.
Yeah, and,
yeah. Nobody has seen that except for us, I think.
Well, except for us, true, but
Well,
you
that
have
listens
seen
to
it
this.
like 18 times. Yeah.
people have watched Spartacus.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, but the show's been over since like 2013. Like we're
Yeah.
a little late to the party.
We have mentioned stuff that half of our core audience shouldn't know because it was on before they were born.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
But I feel like Spartacus isn't as popular as the other things that we brought up. Plus, it was on Stars.
That's fair.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, as Michael Kay always says, we all know who won the Civil War. None of us were there for it.
true.
So
I was
just
there.
because it did, well, you're a
You weren't.
Renaissance man. So
You weren't even a thought.
were you the doctor who kept killing all the patients by cutting off their limbs and not treating the infections?
I don't want to get into my duties, you know?
Yeah.
But yes. I figure, hey, no limb, like, the wound can't kill you, right?
Yeah.
I was wrong.
No, yeah, you can. Yeah, it can.
But
It's the number one cause of death.
Yeah.
Probably at that time.
It's still today the number one cause of death in
the
hospitals. is
research
infection.
wasn't there yet.
Well, I meant like infection via amputation.
Yes.
Nah, dude.
I was like, there's no way that many people are getting amputated
Oh my
on.
God. Yeah.
I amputated
Nowadays-
everyone.
Sore throat, chop his legs off.
Yeah.
Nowadays, with the exception of the that person from Tiger King who had her arm bitten off, like I don't think anybody's. You don't really run into too many of those stories.
Yeah.
Amputees?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Diabetics, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, and of course, there's a far too many veterans who are amputees. Of course, I'm gonna backtrack and not be as insensitive as I just was. And I was wrong.
I would say the amputation rates are definitely down.
Compared to the Civil War. Yes.
I don't know.
The Civil War, they were like, "You got a bullet in your shoulder. We got to take it."
Yeah.
Oh, you come.
What?
You got a
The
cough?
shoulder.
Give me a pinky.
Give me that pinky.
All right, so I will
You
say
got
that.
ghosts in your blood. You should do cocaine about it.
Okay.
Sure.
They were bad doctors. I'm
Do cocaine about it. Doctor, my throat is sore. Keep smoking.
all right. Maybe you should switch to Lucky Strike.
You gotta. Yeah,
They don't have that pesky filter putting all that plastic into your lungs. Lucky Strike,
Lucky
pure
Strike?
Virginia tobacco.
I remember there was a Mad TV sketch, and Will Sasso. It was like basically like that. It was like cigarette sounding. It was Lucky Smoke. So I always think of Lucky
Sasso.
Smoke whenever you do that voice, but it's Lucky Strike. Yeah.
Nice.
Whatever.
I used to smoke Lucky Strikes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Back
even
when
know
I
they were
worked that
still made.
security job.
Okay. Are they still made?
Yeah.
Oof.
Still no filter.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's odd.
They were the single best tasting cigarette
Really?
in my entire life. And not even just because like I was getting pure nicotine from the... I was probably getting as much of a nicotine fix from filtered cigarettes
Yeah.
as I was from Lucky Strike. The tobacco itself was just amazing.
Oh yeah.
Lucky Strike and a coffee at 7 in the morning right before you drive home from work. Woo-wee!
You sound like such an old lady. Lucky
do.
Strike and a coffee in the morning.
It'd be a Virginia Slim and a
Drive
coffee.
home to Atlantic
Oh,
City.
honey.
Oh, that lady smokes Marlboro Reds.
when I worked at the old folks home,
God don't make no mess.
I worked at the old folks home. There was this old lady,
Tom Segura lady.
and she told me, she was like, she was Polish. She was Polish. She had the accent. And she was like, at 60 years, I smoke unfiltered cigarettes. Lungs, healthy. I'm like, I don't think that's true. Yeah, I'm like, 60 years smoking unfiltered cigarettes, lady? I don't think you're telling me the truth.
Something's in there.
Well, I don't know, man. I said this. I'm pretty sure I said this a couple weeks ago, and I know I said it in like a conversation not on the podcast. You go to old age homes, there's still some motherfuckers smoking.
Yeah,
My,
dude.
Some people just
I know it's
Yeah.
not healthy,
Yeah.
but my grandmother smoked cigarettes for 50 years.
Yeah.
And when she died, her lungs had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Some people are just genetically able to
Yeah.
do certain things.
Like in their genes.
Like their
or
body.
something.
No, it's exactly. Not just their pantaloons. Deeper than that. No, but I do believe that. Because then you hear stories of people who get lung cancer at 30.
Yeah.
Because they started smoking when they were 20. And like, how the fuck does that happen?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's unfortunate.
It all depends on what your body is able to handle, I guess. And then you hear people like, oh, what's that story? Len Bias, the college basketball player who was the number 1 overall pick in like I think 88 or 87. He did cocaine. I don't know if it was the first time. I think that's what the report said at the time.
Oh, and his heart fucking exploded.
Yeah, he had a heart
Jesus
attack, died.
Christ.
He was fucking like 18 or 20,
Good
around
stuff.
that age. So
Well, I mean,
he was a Maryland boy, Seich, your hometown.
what I do want to say
If I need
is
a
if you're
gun.
doing cocaine,
Yeah.
don't play a physical sport on the highest level.
Well, he was hanging out with his buddies in a dorm room partying.
Oh, I thought
Everybody
he
was
died
doing
on the
it.
court.
No,
We gotta
Wasn't
win
there a
this
player who died
game.
on the court?
probably, but I don't know that.
I thought he did. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you guys like to maybe hear Tom and Guns?
Yeah.
Oh my God, some fucking comments.
Nah.
Sorry.
The videos Sometimes I want you to have a place called the comment section, where people can type out heartfelt and thoughtful reflections of the videos they just watched. Like here at RLF on Wednesdays, now the gang will read a few. It's really hard to rhyme the word Wednesdays.
Yawn-worthy comments.
Oh my god, I don't know what it is. I didn't get any sleep last night.
Yeah, dude, me
Well-
neither. It sucked.
Was it like, why were you unable to sleep?
Me, it was because had a rough couple of days with the family.
Okay.
Quarantine's been rough,
Yeah. Yeah.
and everybody's sort of grating on each other. So there were a lot of things that were said that were probably
I
not
would-
too nice.
And I would imagine that
Oh,
politics conversation has come up or two.
oh yeah.
And I would imagine, I know for a fact that you have differing opinions than your
Not
parents.
than most of my family, actually. Even my father, the ex-cop, is like, no, this shit is fucking wrong.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
good.
abusive police work.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Um,
But actually, you know what? We didn't bring it up before. You told me this story before we started. You told me the story about what happened in Nashville with the National Guard.
yes. Yeah. Nashville National Guard today laid down their shields and marched with protesters.
That's the shit right there, man. That's what I'm talking about. That video I posted on Instagram the other day of the sheriff who took off his, I forget where
yeah.
it was, but he took off his garb
Is
and
it
he was
what,
like,
Flint?
let's turn. Yes, Flint. That's what it was. Thank you. He said, let's turn this protest into a parade. I said, yeah. I mean, yeah. Fuck
Floats
yeah.
came out.
We
Yeah.
need
You
understanding.
need people
we
like
need
that,
listening
and then
right
you
now.
see videos of
When
people like
possible.
just fucking spraying pepper spray for no fucking
Trying
reason.
to get people to flip a car
Yeah.
for views.
Like, the people
Look,
that are just
the
out
pepper
for the,
spray. The pepper spray thing, and I just want to say this one thing. Being pepper sprayed is horrible. It's really, really bad. It is not as bad as getting pelted in the head or the chest or anywhere else with rubber bullets.
Oh yeah.
It is
Yeah,
not
obviously.
as bad as being rounded up into circles and fucking shield bashed by riot squad. A lot of those things that you see are because protests are getting out of hand and people are getting agitated and they start throwing things. Not all of them, of course not all of them, but when you see pepper spray applied, it is usually with the intent of dispersing a crowd as quickly as possible in the most efficient way possible
But
with
least-
the least amount of damage done.
Yeah.
It could get much worse than pepper spray.
Yeah.
And I understand that's a horrible thing to say. Nobody should be getting pepper sprayed. I want to take that
Well,
stance.
if you like
too.
peppers,
I'm eating this burrito.
yeah.
But if the choice between, a protest that's getting a little bit out of hand is pepper spray or rubber bullets, I would hope that people would choose pepper spray.
Well, I was
or
just
just
saying,
disperse on your own.
I was just saying, I saw a clip, like some guy was just talking to a cop, and then out of nowhere he was like he said something, and then he just picked up the thing and just sprayed, like no reason.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was
Man,
what I was talking
sometimes
about.
they
I know
don't
what
even
you.
need
I
a
know what you're
reason.
talking about. I get what you're saying, but
No,
I
and
hate,
I get
but
what
I
you're
hate
saying.
you as a person.
And I get that. 8 years ago, you didn't even need to yell something at the police to get them to pepper spray you. Remember those kids were protesting outside of, what was it, Harvard?
Somewhere.
I
I know what you
remember.
mean.
It was some university. They were sitting down peacefully
That's right,
in the middle of the
peacefully
quad.
They walked past them. Yes, I
Yeah.
know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that video is on Tosh for a while. And I think specifically because everyone was talking about the kid in the beginning, because the first kid got pepper sprayed for like a full 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then everybody else got like a misting. But the kid, I think that kid was in the hospital because of that shit.
It's bad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's not good.
So wait, Matt, are you
But-
saying like for our next RLF video, pepper spray challenge?
Oh man, I want Matt
Yes.
to get pepper
Matt
sprayed.
goes first. Matt goes first.
If everybody was doing it, I would get pepper spray.
I'd
Yeah,
get
we're all
pepper
gonna do
spray
it.
just
You're
to
gonna
see
go
what it's
first,
like.
Oh, we should do the hot wings and the
Don't
pepper
wink
spray.
at me when you say that. Nikolai. You can't wink at me.
Oh, that's right. Damn.
Hot wing challenge and
wink to
pepper
them.
spring.
Hot wings, wow, pepper spray.
Ooh.
No thanks.
Now that's a spicy meatball.
I'll do it.
Speaking of spicy meatballs, Dylan wrote in a comment this week.
That's right, Dylan. You're
I'm
a
like,
spicy
I knew
meatball.
when he was like speaking, I'm like, he's gonna bring this to comments somehow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna be. You thought Dylan was a spicy meatball.
I mean, I cannot confirm, but
Nor
I know he's got
deny.
good taste in shows. Or she, who knows? Anyway, Dylan, I feel the same way about Arrested Development that you feel about that you do The Office, Nikolai, excluding the awful Netflix seasons. It was short-lived, but I don't think I've ever laughed at a TV show as hard as I did that one.
Nice.
The first 3 seasons of Arrested Development are some of the best TV, some of the best sitcoms I've ever seen. Ron Howard as the narrator fucking crushes every time. Bateman, I've been a Bateman guy since Teen Wolf 2, which I saw before Teen Wolf, so I thought Teen Wolf 2 was better because I was young and dumb. Anyway,
Fair.
I Arrested Development was fucking great, and I hear what you're saying about the Netflix seasons. The second Netflix season was definitely better than the first. I actually liked the first Netflix season better before they re-edited it to make it a full 22 episodes and to make it more like the original run on Arrested Development, because first of all, it just seemed completely and utterly overproduced. So season 4, which is the first season that's on Netflix, I've watched twice, and I've disliked it twice. But I disliked it so much more the second time, which doesn't make sense because the second time it was so much closer to the original show. But
Because it was written with a different style.
So originally, yes.
Originally, it was written with a different style.
It was written because they can only get everyone together for 2 days.
Right.
Yeah.
You can edit it as much as you want to be the original style,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, you're never going to capture that magic.
That's true. But season 5, I feel like, was definitely better. Not good, but better. For sure. And, so...
I just want to go back real quick
Yeah.
and hit on this.
Job.
You do know that Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2 are both bad movies.
I
Whoa,
don't know.
whoa, hold
Okay.
your
No,
fucking
they're
self, man.
I've never seen it, but Teen
They're
Wolf
No,
One's
hold
a
your
classic.
fucking self, Sight.
Don't you
They're
can
garbage.
You can all right. Teen Wolf 2 maybe not the best. Nikolai was crazy when he was young. He was a crazy young lad. We need to talk about that. But Teen Wolf 1, the original Teen
Got
Wolf.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, dude. Like
It's really, really bad.
really, really fantastic and ahead of its time is what you were gonna say.
No, I think it was behind its own
Oh my
time,
god, the
if
greatest
that were
80s
somehow-
movie known to man?
Okay, that simply not true.
You said it.
Patently
You said it.
untrue.
Wasn't me.
What would be the greatest 80s movie? I guess you'd have to pick... I'd actually have to go genre to say that.
It's
Man.
got to be Footloose or Dirty Dancing.
Everybody cut loose. I grew up in such a Dirty Dancing household, and I've definitely said this before.
Oh,
but
dude,
I've grown
Dirty
up in
Dancing,
such a
hands
dirty-
down.
that
Better
I
than
didn't
Footloose.
realize that people disliked Dirty Dancing. That people not only dislike it, but not necessarily dislike it, but that there are plenty of people who just totally disregard it. Like Footloose is significantly better. There are so many other better singing, dancing love stories, and I'm like, bullshit. Dirty Dancing is it.
Dirty Dancing's great.
That's the bar for me.
Is Footloose still the greatest movie of all time? It never was.
Is that from something?
Huh?
Is that from something?
Infinity War.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Pratt to Spider-Man.
Spoilers.
It never was. And then Chris Pratt just looking so hurt.
Angry Willie Jorgensen writes, RLF has been on such a roll lately. It's been great, especially in these strange times. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you
Hey
very
man,
much.
thank you for listening. Thank you for listening and commenting, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
glad
we've been
you're-
all right. I don't know if we've been on a roll, but
I do love that, but that means that we slumped for a while. That's not good, boys.
Hey, let's be
Hey
real.
man,
Oh,
life's
Well, yeah,
life's a
there
wave.
was that time I wasn't here. That
yeah.
was definitely a
Yeah.
slump.
I said, in your opinion, we had sticker of the week back in those days.
Yeah, the
Fucking
glory
gold. I
days.
mispronounced the name. No shock. It's, I believe, Asker Willie Jorgensen, not Anger.
Wait, what'd you say?
Okay.
It's Asger. Is the
Asger.
first name. Asger. Yes.
Let's go,
That's
Willie
good.
Jorgensen.
I know Asger.
Next up, we've got a comment
It's
from Mick Sweats.
Jorgensen. I don't know. I actually don't know.
It's a good name.
Soft J.
OMG. Strategy games and scrubs. Now you're speaking my language. Rome 2 Total War is one of my favorites, and pretty much all of the Paradox games. Those Swedes know how to make games. On another note, yes, I positively agree. Scrubs is a total breakthrough. To think that show started before the totally random and awkward sense of humor was a big thing. I don't know, because I would have to see when Family Guy started, but Family Guy and Scrubs are the first two shows that introduced to me the idea of a character saying, "Oh, that'd be crazier than 3 cats fighting 2 mooses," and then it cuts to a comical version of like cats in, like, I don't know, let's say French Three Musketeers garb, and they're fighting mooses or whatever. Like, those the two earliest examples I can think of shows that would do that. But Scrubs was super it was really ahead of its time in a lot of different ways.
Is there any way I can make this up to you? A unicorn! Thank you, Turk! then the horn breaks off.
This isn't a unicorn. This is just a horse. You put a horn
JD,
on.
I don't know how to tell you this. Unicorns aren't real. Oh, man.
The last comment I have for this week is from Conspiracy, because she calls me out. And, I kind of had it coming. Nikolai. Spelled correctly. Thank you very much. You gave me shit for liking Carlos Mencia, but you still listen to Amy Schumer? Shame, sir. I don't still listen to Amy Schumer. My comment last week was about how I liked the interviews that she would do when she had her show, but I will take my licks where they come from. And I also like to add that I used to think Carlos Mencia was hilarious.
Why?
His first special, because I didn't know that the character was fake and that the jokes were stolen.
Even before,
They're good jokes.
even before I knew that, I just Carlos Mencia was never my thing. Nah, dude.
I totally get it.
Mine
but
Mencia was
Carlos
so fucking annoying.
You know what I always hated? I never found the dirt to dirt funny. Never, ever once did I laugh at a dirt to dirt joke. I didn't get it. I thought, Anyway, because he used to say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That
he
was one of
always
his
that was
things.
like his in between,
Yeah.
like when it, yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yes,
he
okay.
would say that.
So when he was,
Mimicking the sounds of a mentally disabled person.
yes,
Ha, ha,
exactly.
ha.
Yeah.
Ha, 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 ha.
I wasn't even and no. I'm not even trying to be preachy and say that I was ahead of the curve and it wasn't funny to make fun of.
No, they just
Special-
weren't funny.
It's just I didn't find that part of his act funny. I'd like to think that I was progressive back then, or at least progressive enough to know that you shouldn't laugh at disabled
Nah, I just knew
people.
funny back then.
You wouldn't know funny if it came up and stuck its cock in your mouth.
Wow, I'm sure it has.
I'd be like,
Anyway.
hey, funny,
Boom.
get out of there.
Actually, you'd be more like, hello. Wow.
Nah, funny got a tiny dick.
Oh. Oh.
But one of the things I'd like to say about Mencia, and I don't know if any of the jokes from this special were stolen or not, but his first special that I saw was his half hour, his Comedy Central Presents, which back then was like a big deal for stand-ups once you got your half hour on Comedy Central. And it always resonated with me because he made the decision not to end on a big joke. I believe, and I'd have to check this out, but I'm pretty sure the year was 2003 or around then. And what he decided to do was to remind the audience that not everyone got to go home after, and it fit. It wasn't totally random, but he brought up 9/11 and he talked about it, and he talked about how some people just made a phone call and said I love you for the last time, and how important that was. That was the last thing that they got to say to their loved ones, and how tragic it is that not everyone got to do that. Of course, besides the tragedy of them all dying, but it always resonated with me that he chose to end his special that way. It was very, very powerful. Say whatever you will about his career afterwards. I thought that was a really brave choice, because there weren't a lot of comedians. There were plenty of comedians trying to make jokes, and only a few of them I've ever even considered even tolerable. But because that's one area that I just genuinely, I've only ever heard one 9/11 related joke that made me laugh, and that's it. I feel like it's one of those topics that just has never been funny, and I know that comedians love going to it for shock humor, but it was Chris Rock's joke when they were opening the Freedom Towers, and he said, "You might as well name those the I ain't ever going in there tower." Because my ass ain't ever going in there.
Didn't Pete Davidson do jokes about?
A lot of comedians do 9/11 stuff, and I know Pete Davidson gets to because he lost his dad that day. I just don't find the topic funny. Never have. Don't like it as a punchline. And you know what? That's me being too sensitive. But I can accept that.
No, I don't think that's you being too sensitive.
It is. I think the comedian should.
You know, a little girl. And your sensibilities will be treated as such.
I appreciate that. And you forgot pretty. Conspiracy in the comments, there was a couple of different replies. Rabid Bunny Man said, makes sense. She's like the Yamcha of comedy, which was very hurtful. Krob 1290 wrote, they're both just awful. Okay. And Conspiracy follows up with, I confess, Mencia makes me laugh regardless of all the BS. But these days, I go for old Robin Williams shit from the 90s. That's gold. And can I tell you, Conspiracy, I have spent so much of my time during this quarantine listening to Pandora, listening to stand-up comedy, and so much Robin Williams. I fucking love Robin Williams. And I think that there's something about his act that I am very afraid of. He would do a lot of voices. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I find them funny. I grew up in a time where you were allowed to admit that people who came from other countries and tried to learn English and do learn English have accents. And that's just part of the flavor of the human being. Nowadays, if you do an accent, you're a racist piece of shit.
If you don't nail the accent.
No, even if you nail the accent, I feel like you're a racist piece of shit.
I don't think so.
You better speak French.
Listen,
I don't think so.
The rule number one in comedy is if you're going to be offensive, be funny.
Depends on the race of the person.
Yeah,
because there are definitely plenty of black comedians out there who go, hello, I am a white person.
I feel like that doesn't happen
I
as
have
much.
a stick up my butt. Here I go, driving my Kia Sportage.
But that's true. But that is how white people sound.
Yeah, my Kia
have a
Sportage
Kia
is that bad,
Sportage.
so.
I get so much gas mileage, like miles to the gallon. No, but my point for bringing this up about Robin Williams is not because I don't find that stuff funny, not because I'm offended by it by now, is that I'm afraid that the PC babies, which I can be one sometimes, are going to get a hold of that and lose the comedy. And Williams as an individual was extremely progressive. He was a huge proponent for gay marriage and gay rights, and I'm afraid that might happen. I don't know. It's such a stupid thing to think about, but I've always been such an enormous Robin Williams fan. His special, Live from Broadway in 2002,
hilarious.
It's in my top 3. That's in the pantheon of greatest specials of all time.
I fucking love. Oh god, what is the joke? I don't even remember if it's Live from Broadway, but it's the reason I love this joke is because it perfectly encapsulates what Robin Williams was able to do. Mm-hmm. And it was retelling the story of the Bible.
Oh, Mary and Joe?
No. And Jesus sat with his apostles, and he said, one of you will betray me tonight. And Mark said, is it me, Jesus? And Jesus said, no, it is not you, Mark. And Peter said, is it me, Jesus? And Jesus said, no, it is not you, Peter. And Judas said, is it me, Jesus? And Jesus said, is it me, Jesus?
I love that fucking joke.
Dude, he
I
was
don't
so
know why,
fucking
but that
funny.
gets me every time.
He's got this great, like, really quick I don't know if it was an aside or, you know, he had his style on stage. You didn't know what was improv or what was written a lot of the time because it was just so fucking fast. So fast. So much energy. But in his last special, I'm pretty sure it's 2009, it was after he had the heart surgeries, and I think one of the periods that he was, you know, off of drugs and alcohol, and he was really being open about that stuff. But he's got this great bit where he talks about, like, Twitter, and he's like, now everybody's twittering or clittering, as I like to call it. That's when you rub the little ball on your BlackBerry really hard back and forth. And it was such a little stupid joke, but it made me fucking die. Like, it's so funny. Little stuff like that. So you have good taste some of the time, conspiracy.
And also, I will say this. Amy Schumer gets a lot of heat because her jokes don't change, and she always talks about the same stuff.
Oh.
You know what? John Mulaney put out the same special 3 times in a row.
If you really think about it, yeah.
He's one of the funniest stand-ups going right now. Each special is hilarious. When you break down each special, it's really just him.
I look young. I used to drink. I don't drink now.
My wife is bullish.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the exception of the horse in the hospital bit.
Which is one of the all-time.
Yeah.
That is an all-time bit. Yeah. You take that 5 minutes, you put it somewhere, it's one of the best written stand-up pieces of all time.
Yep.
The rest of that special is his first and second special.
Yeah.
I have one comment. That's all. I only have one.
I mean, I had 7, so.
I have 0.
I don't think there's
so
any
that's more
left.
than me.
I don't think there's any fucking left.
Alexander McMitten says, Odo was awesome, so was DS9. Hashtag #1 Star Trek podcast. Damn right.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot. We had this comment like 6 or 7 times. I'm going to give it credit to Rabid Bunny Man. Apparently, the last week we were talking about a witch book, like a book about witches, I should say, that we had to read in school. And the name of the book was The Witch by Ronald Dahl.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl?
Yeah, I said that
I wasn't
last week
talking
and you were
about
like,
it.
no.
No, yeah. I was like, no, and I'm reading it, and I said his fucking name wrong still.
Well, no, it looks like there should be an N.
And yeah.
There's an N there that his parents were just like, nah.
Do you think the name Donald will become more or less popular?
More.
I mean,
Yeah, that's how I felt as well.
I don't know, I think of Donald as like Donald Duck.
Same. For a while, whenever someone would say Donald, right now my brain goes to Faison because
Donnie Wahlberg.
we're talking Scrubs.
The burgers. Some Wahlburgers.
Donald. Oh,
Certainly
you mean Donnie
not
Wahlberg?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's comments. Thank you. We got a lot of comments this week, and I have a feeling we might get quite a few this coming week as well.
Or possibly less. Let's
Yeah.
Let's aim for less. Hey guys, just stop writing in.
No.
You know?
No. No. Don't listen to Seich. Keep writing in. We love it. It gives us something else to talk about, and it keeps you guys involved.
Yeah, what the fuck else are we going to talk about if you guys don't write comments?
Yeah.
It's going to be 45 minutes of yeah, dude, and then it's me rambling
Well, I mean,
on.
I'd
hey,
listen.
yeah, people would tune in.
I mean, I know one other thing we can talk about.
What's that?
What could that be?
Life in a large urban environment.
Another way of saying it might be big city living. Living it up in that big motherfucking city.
Ba-da-ba-bum.
City. So, gentlemen, how is big city living?
Oh, it's pretty good, actually. We got a whole bunch of stories.
Big city living!
Cutting you off so you can't finish your story.
Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of stories.
No, but how's big city living?
Someone spilled a bunch of fucking jelly beans
Oh yeah, dude.
on the bottom floor, so now there's just a bunch of flies down there. That's cool.
I didn't.
Is that legitimately a thing?
I didn't.
Like, is it
yeah,
I
actually
didn't
jelly
see it,
beans?
but Al told me about it. He said it was the stairs going down to like the basement.
Just where our laundry is.
So you the laundry and all your garbage and all
Yeah.
that. So it's
Yeah.
and that's where like it gets closed in. So it's like just a fly tunnel.
Basically. And someone...
Did you pick up the jelly beans?
Not my fucking jelly beans.
I didn't go over there, so it's not my job.
You want flies or you want fucking...
We're 2 floors up. Flies can't fly that high.
Yeah, man.
Good point.
There were also 3 dead roaches in the laundry room. Pretty regular size roaches, a good size.
Yeah, he said they were like
Was that
decent,
an inch, 2 inches.
like a
Probably
fat
2
bro.
inches, way
like
too
the ones
big.
that they would eat on Fear Factor.
But they were
No.
they were dead, or I thought they were. And then today, like I told Seich about these like 5 days ago, and then I went down today to
Yeah.
do laundry, and one of them, their like antenna was moving. I was like, "You're still alive?" So I crushed it.
Wait a minute. Oh Jesus! Well, wow.
I felt bad.
It was probably coming back to life, so it's probably better you killed it.
Yeah, like that Evanescence song.
Yeah. You know, you guys know it. Wake me up. You guys, I don't want to
Yeah.
get into it.
I can't wake up.
Wake me up inside. Evanescence is pretty good.
Dude, they were
That
Rocked
song-
my socks.
Yeah,
that
I like
song was
Evanescence.
overplayed for sure.
If-
But Evanescence, like that, I don't remember her name, but she
Amy
could
Lee.
sing. She had some pipes.
They got some good
Amy
stuff.
Amy Lee.
Amy Lee. Dude, she was smoking hot, too. Like,
Yeah,
oh.
she was like one of the first goth chicks. Where I was like, oh, I get it. I was like, I think I like dark eyeliner
Oh, I
and
get
purple eyeshadow.
If she had a hoop nose ring, I'd be in love. Like,
Ugh, don't.
that's my
no.
thing. I don't know why. Something about it, dude.
That's
She had
and
a
Such-
the most. Oh, go ahead. One of the most unattractive things to me is when women have that like that septum piercing, like that in the between
I mean,
the
that's not-
nostrils pierced. Oh,
like the bull
that's
ring.
the normie one. I
yeah, like the bull
The
ring.
normie
Oh,
one.
no.
I
No,
mean,
the normie one is to get the one of your like nostrils pierced.
right, and just
Yeah.
like a little
And
diamond.
if you're
yeah, just a little boop.
and yes, traditionally it's supposed to be just like a little diamond, but like
No, dude, I like the hoop. Like the hoop in
I
the
like
side.
I like hoops.
I just feel like piercings in areas that have frequent backup or buildup of like bodily fluids, I wouldn't want to add like unnecessary objects or foreign objects.
Yeah, like
I
a
have
penis.
unnecessary objects
Yes.
in me.
Yeah. Yeah. You can get your ears pierced for the most part. They start you off with just your earlobe. It had nothing to do with like that's not going to get in the way of any cleaning areas. But you pierce your nose, like I don't know. It's got to be a story of like
The lip was easy. You
guy
just
took the-
Listerine. The
would
dude,
Listerine shoot out the hole.
no, the ring was still in it. But
Sure,
the
that's
guy
dumb
the guy told me he's like he's like the lip will heal quicker. He's like mouth piercings usually heal quicker. I'm like, what?
Who?
Yeah.
You have a lot of enzymes in your mouth that are made to deal with like bacteria and shit.
Yeah.
I was
Oh yeah.
what 16 when I got it, so I didn't know shit back then or
We got
now.
a lot of It's a lot of enzymes in there.
Now, does your lip still have the hole, or did that close up?
Yeah, I think I still got the hole on the outside.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a little like mark, an
And,
indent.
like,
yeah.
Still fucking
And, like-
yapping, so he's
and,
got
like,
that one
inside.
big hole.
Yeah, you know how badly I want to get it redone. Like I've been itching to get it
Really?
redone.
Why? For what purpose?
Just to have it,
get a
dude.
get a
Well, he
job
used-
that
He used to
Like-
have to take it out every day at work, so that's why he would take
No,
it
if you get a
like,
small
twice
enough
that.
ring, like if it hugs the lip, then nothing can catch
Yeah.
it. Hello. Then it's fine.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the reason why you took it out in the first place, you had to keep taking it out for work, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. The reason I took it out in the first place was because I lost it in some situation I don't want to get into.
What was that?
I lost it.
Doing what?
Space.
Spelunking?
Sure. And I didn't have a spare, so I was like, this is a sign that I just shouldn't have it anymore. And I just never.
Hold on. Time, because you keep trying to like avoid this question a little bit. I'm so curious. Did you lose it going down on a girl?
That's honestly what I think.
No,
you did.
I didn't. No, I didn't. That would be a great story though.
That would be a great story.
I lost a lip ring and she gained a clipper.
It doesn't.
She was not happy.
It's not exactly like that, but you know.
Somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
Were you eating ass?
No. We were in.
You don't have to tell the
they were
story if
fishing.
you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Finally
Yeah. I don't want to get it. I don't need
It got lost.
Yeah, we were hooking up in the back seat of her car, and it fell out and went on the floor, and it was dark, and I couldn't see, so I was like, well, it's gone forever. So, and there's like she had shit like on the one side of the back seat, on the floor.
Was she incontinent?
You were that poor of a kisser that she was just like, oh, 1 second. You're gonna have to leave.
I heard all of that.
What?
He said I heard all of that. You said she had shit on the floor, so we said that you were such a bad kisser that you made her shit.
Oh.
No, she just had to go.
Oh, fair enough.
She was a high fiber dog.
I'm not gonna stop because you have to shit. It's a different hole.
I'm an American.
That's an audio
That's my
clip.
kink.
Oh no.
Keep shitting.
Don't poop shame.
I know you're not supposed to. I know you're not
not.
supposed to kink shame, but
I've got a bidet
poo stuff's just.
in my mouth.
That's just.
I shoot water in my mouth.
If I need it.
No, now's the right time.
It is.
Matt. I don't know where to go from there, honestly.
I don't really think we have to go
From the
anywhere.
tongue bidet.
I think we're doing fine right here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I think we're good.
Yeah, if I need a gun, I don't want to be there. It's over. Done. I did it. Pulled the trigger. Fuck you guys. Nobody was doing it. Nobody was doing it.
Wait, are we done then? For reals? Okay.